I'll pick a category that I don't think there would be much debate with to start off with, and that's mic skills.
Yeah.
You go ahead. You kick it off.
I'd give that to Cena. I think Cena's mic skills. I mean, against Roman, personally, we saw 2017. I can't pretend like that didn't happen. That was a thrashing in 2017. That said, Kevin, 2021 when they redid the feud, Reigns' mic skills were damn near better than Cena in that feud. Then again, Cena's whole bit during that was literally, I'm going to beat you, and all I need is 1, 2, 3. Like, Cena just kept saying that over and over again. That was childish. That was cringe. But Kevin, on the whole, body of work, yeah, Cena destroys Reigns here in that one.
Yeah, John Cena's a guy that's on the short list. When you think of the best promos in the wrestling history, in the wrestling business, John Cena's going to come up in most people's minds. He's up there with The Rock, with Flair, with Austin. Yeah. He's just on a different level than Roman Reigns. I mean, it's really like just one thing that like extenuates this point is the fact that Roman needs Paul Heyman by his side to do most of his talking for him. Like, yeah, Roman's not a bad promo, but I don't even think people would rank Roman in like the top 30 mic workers. Would he make the top 50? Maybe. But Cena's like in the top 5, top 7 conversation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like in the modern day, like with all the current wrestlers we have, like Reigns he's like basically a standout. I know he has Paul Heyman next to him, but like Reigns' promos are like pretty good. They're not the best. I'm not saying that, but they're pretty good promos just generally, like at the moment. But when you look at wrestling, the annals of the all-time greats, yes, Cena had a lot of bad promos written for him by Vince McMahon and WWE writers over the years. But when we've seen Cena almost with the shackles off or with a bit of creative freedom to it, Cena's excellent. He is a phenomenal talker. So, yeah, objectively, Kevin will give Cena gets this category.
Yeah, and just to add a little bit more to this, I don't even think Roman Reigns is the best promo in the business right now. Paul Heyman is better than him. I would take Cody over him. MJF. Maybe Eddie Kingston. Some people would take Eddie Kingston over Roman Reigns. It's just, Cena, when Cena was at his peak, and even like from 2004 when Cena was doing the Dr. Thugonomics, it was like, okay, Cena's the best guy on the mic. And it's really not that close. He was just the best guy for pretty much all his run, except for like when Punk came in. Punk became the cult of personality in 2010, 2011, that era. But other than that, it was mostly Cena.
You reckon Cena was the best mic worker from like 2005 through literally until like 2015, except for the Punk stuff? You really think Cena was the best mic worker at that whole time?
Who would you say? I assume you have someone in mind.
Well, no, but I'm saying like a bunch of those years, I mean, Cena was hardly giving us like great must-see promos. It was very much just like, I'm the champ. I beat your ass, the nation. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but when push came to shove, though, and it was time for Cena to cut a good promo, Cena could turn it on. People say in hindsight, but not even hindsight, I guess when it happened, when the Rock and Cena feud happened, people are like, oh my God, the Rock owns Cena. Like, go back and watch those segments. Cena held his own. Cena held his own. There was definitely some corny times where Cena would be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to beat you, Rusev, and that's it, pal. But when push came to shove, Cena was there. We've seen how many great like mic offs have we seen with Cena? Cena and AJ Styles, Cena and Punk, Cena and Edge, even Cena Orton had some good battles on the mic. He was always on a different level. And the corny stuff, he did his shtick down to the T. Like he always had his shtick down. He always looked comfortable. He always made people buy into what he was saying, what he was selling, whether they hated him or they cheered him. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, but yeah, we spent. Go ahead.
No, I want to say one more thing as well. Cena has a lot more like memorable lines.
Yes.
Granted, his career's been a lot longer, but like Reigns doesn't really have the the lines you can think of off the top of your head. I clearly remember, Kevin, when we're talking about mic work, the Cena line to the Usos about, you two look just like your mugshots. Like, stuff like that. That's fantastic. Like, Reigns, his most, like, memorable line outside of the suffer and succotash line from 2015, his most memorable, like, probably funny type, TV 14 line was the missionary one about Cena. Like, that was, like, a legitimately good line. But outside of that, generally, it's mostly the same. Cena's had that many, like, funny or creative lines over the years where you thought, oh, my, that guy's actually, he's class. on the mic.
Yeah, so, I mean, the battle raps with Angle and Big Show, the time where he owned Lita and Edge. He's had so many. There's so many we could go on and on with for days. But if you were to put like a rating on a scale of 1 to 10 on each guy's mic skills, what would you give them? For me, I would say Cena's like a 9, and I would give Reigns maybe like a 5.5.
I'd say Cena's a 9, Reigns is a 6.5 or a 7. But then again, nowadays, just comparatively, Kevin, 20 years ago, I'd say the average there in WWE, their mic ability was like a 7 or an 8, like for the average wrestler, the average star. Nowadays, I'd say the average is like a 3.5 or a 4. So that's kind of comparatively where we're at this stage in wrestling. But yeah, Cena takes his category. I think we can move on.
Absolutely. All right, so I guess